Hi everyone. You just know with a Sag blue full moon coming up that I have to give you a message. So I feel like it's going to be a bit of a doozy. If you're a Sag, it's either going to be great or it's actually going to be tormenting. And I think I'm in the second pit, but there's some fabulous energy around it. So I want to give us guidance. It's arriving like a sacred fire ceremony with the collective psyche. The moon already carries the feeling of intensified emotions, intensified culminations, compressed timelines, and amplified revelations. But in Sag, the sign of the cosmic truth, spiritual philosophy, higher wisdom, prophecy, and explained consciousness and expanded consciousness. Explained and expanded. I wasn't making a mistake in the beginning of what I'd written. The illumination is going to behave like a great unveiling. Sag does not tolerate illusion for long, and it doesn't run from the truth. It seeks meaning beyond conditioning. It aims the soul toward the horizon of the higher understanding. By the way, this is for all signs. It's a collective message. It's the energy of the collective along with the moon. Even when I mention Sag, it's just a Sag moon, so I mentioned Sag. But the moon is far from simple. This full moon, it forms a profound energetic field around the Aries stellium that's going on. It's mentioned that it's Neptune, Saturn, Vesta, Pallas Athena. And while the black moon Lilith stands powerfully activated, the fire element dominates the heavens, creating collective initiation, surrounding identity, spiritual sovereignty, consciousness, sacred anger, and the reclamation of instructual truths. The illumination being in Sag means that there's spiritual liberation through confrontation. Neptune in Aries dissolves old identities. It's built around force, survival, matriarchal, external validation. Take Saturn, the holder that holds us to accountability and responsibility, in Neptune. Beside it, attempts to crystallize a new spiritual architecture from the ashes of the collapsing illusion that is taking place right now. Humanity is standing between dissolution and reconstruction simultaneously. Many people may feel that the old self is evaporating right now or in the coming months before the new self is fully formed. The Vesta intensifies the sacred nature of this process. She represents devotion, inner consecration, priestessness, consciousness, and the eternal flame. In Aries, Vesta demands fierce loyalty to the soul itself. Is this the refusal to abandon one's inner fire for the comfort of conformity? Pallas Athena, beside the stellium that I've just mentioned, introduces strategic wisdom, psychic intelligence, pattern recognition, spiritual warfare. I brought up spiritual warfare in June's predictions. Pallas in Aries fights not with chaos, but the awakened clarity, where we combine Pallas Athena and Aries together. The energy exposes manipulation patterns, false narratives, psychic exhaustion, collective systems designed to fracture our intuition, our inner gut knowledge from instinct. Now go to Black Moon Lilith. Just amplifies everything. You can see why I'm saying for some Saggies it might be a bit of a doozy, bit of a Chiron. Lilith is the configuration that behaves like the return of the exalted feminine principle within the psyche. She exposes where rage has been suppressed, where the truth has been punished, where intuition has been silenced, and where authenticity has been sacrificed for survival or acceptance. And we know that doesn't last long, and it can harbour resentment and hostility. It's something I'm going to discuss in June as well, even though my June is energetic tapping without any astrology tapping in. So where intuition has been silenced, where authenticity has been sacrificed and all for survival acceptance, under the full moon, many people may experience intense emotional purging surrounding shame, rejection, sexuality, spiritual suppression, abandoned wounds, or even the fear of fully embodying their own power. The lunation that is occurring, and please remember, we're already in that energy and it will last for 2 weeks, may feel volcanic. The energies that I've tapped into of old self going, new self forming, could come into you, obviously, beyond those 2 weeks. The Sag moon seeks liberation while the Aries stellium ignites raw identity reconstruction. Together they create tremendous pressure for honesty. False timelines fracture under this kind of fire. Relationships built on distortion become unstable. Internal fragmentation becomes impossible to ignore. And then we get to Chiron. Chiron standing at the anaretic 29 degree. Now, I'm not an expert astrologist, so I've taken these where they are in astrology. I was going to say Australia, take me there, yeah. I've combined them to pull in this and then channel the energy, given the meanings of what I've got in astrology. I know that 29 degrees is an anaretic degree. So the 29 degree of Aries, with Chiron standing there, is the final karmic examination of Aries' wound itself. 29 degrees. So where do you have Aries in your chart? You're at that final chapter of that wounding and going into the new. As Chiron moves into a square with Pluto in Aquarius, collective shadow material erupts into awareness. Pluto in Aquarius is dismantling social structures, technology, tech systems, collective ideologies, and inherited power dynamics. Chiron square Pluto creates profound friction between personal healing as well as the collective transformation and information that gets thrown at us. The transit may manifest for you as well as many. Emotional exhaustion from accelerated awakening, grief surrounding old identities dissolving, anger surfacing after years of suppression, collective tension between individuality and social systems, intense nervous system recalibration, psyche sensitivity becoming amplified, expose of manipulation, coercion, and false authority, fractures inside communities, movements, or even relationships that were not built on authentic alignment. Don't forget your part if you wasn't even authentic in that as well. Deep confrontation of fears surrounding visibility and soul purpose. I've got squeaking in my nose, in my ears. Yet spirituality, this lunation carries immense opportunity around that. Sagittarius ultimately seeks initiation into higher truth. This blue moon acts as a threshold crossing. The Aries stellium ignites spirituality and spiritual courage. Lilith restores the instinct. Vesta restores sacred devotion. Pallas restores strategic clarity. Saturn builds the integrity over the time. Neptune dissolves that illusion. Neptune is the depths of the seas. Chiron expresses the wound. Pluto forces the transformation. Together, this becomes the collective rite of passage. Humanity is being asked to move from performative identity into embodied truth. This is the collapse of survival consciousness as organizing principle of life. This is the soul remembering it's fine and remembering itself. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye for now.